Why are we getting? Why are we
chickenpox
injecting
parties.
anybody? Why are you injecting anybody with anything unless it's a absolutely deadly disease? And even then, you've got to look at the risk benefit, relationship around it. Okay. There's never been I'll say it again. There has never been a placebo-controlled, an inert placebo-controlled randomized study done on any vaccine that is currently on the market right now. Some people will argue and they'll say, well, the COVID vaccine had a placebo. Yes, but as soon as they announced that it was 94 or 95% effective, they gave it to all the people in the placebo-controlled study on the placebo arm. Okay, so now they ruined the study on purpose, in my opinion, so that they can't then look back at that data and go, hey, this is how much better it was or how much worse it was. They did that on purpose. Fauci did it on purpose, said, oh, now that we know that it's 95% effective, let's give it to everybody else. What they won't tell you is that the 95% effective that they claimed was a relative risk ratio. And when you actually look at the absolute risk ratio, which means you have the people in the control arm that didn't get the shot, and you have the people in the treatment arm that did get the shot. Okay, the absolute risk ratio is, okay, how many of those people in the placebo arm get the disease, and how many of the people over here in the control arm get the disease? Okay, and it's actually less than 1% difference. Okay, 0.8% was the absolute risk ratio for the Pfizer study. Okay, and they never published that. And it may have been in the study, but we didn't get the study until 2022. We didn't get the data from the study. Anything that they put out in 2020 and 2021 was all talking about the relative risk ratio. Okay. And we know in science that you don't look at it. I mean, Fauci himself he's talked about it. And scientifically, statistically, the absolute risk ratio is what we should be looking at, not the relative risk ratio. So
How much has he admitted to
Nothing.
post now?
nothing.